Would like to welcome you to the second part of this fragment implementations. Uh, Last time we've done the XMLs, run the programs, and of course uh, today now what we're gonna do. We're gonna show you two ways how you embed these ones. The first one, CS1, is first of all, before we do any further, actually, I'm going to change the button names so that's reflected the button. So image one. I'm going to call it ImageOne PTN. So we know it's a button here. So we forgot. And image 2 is a PTN as well. So this is the way, sometimes I prefer to do it that way. Here it is. And remember, we've got ID for the fragments called my fragments here. You can change it to my fragment if you want, or give it any name you want. Now, what we can do, the usual, so it is, I'm gonna explain the first way how you do it. Then there's a second method we can do that. Here it is. First of all, of course, private. Find the buttons here. Here it is. First button was ImageOne PTN, and the second one is ImageOne PTN. ImageOne PTN. Here it is. Right. Now, of course, that's look at this ones here. The button is already imported here, if you notice. It is automatically. Now, all we can do, I'm going to come in here and I say, all right, this image one, button one is actually defined. View, ID, R, ID, and it's called image one PTN. That is. Similarly, let's see the second one, image two, same things, equal find this. So let's give the ID and its image2 PTN. There it is. Now, of course, I'm going to explain the first method. The first method is to get action listener on each of these buttons. There it is. So I can say image one's here, dot set. It is on a click, new, and of course, and that's is done for me. Here it is. Now, what we're going to do in that case? In that case, how can I show that a fragment to appear? Remember, we've got an empty fragment. That's by default. But really, I want to replace that with the one on the first one. There it is. So if I want with the first one, the statements you want to do, and I'm going to put it in one statement. First of all, you need to create an object of fragment. So I'm going to use fragment. Let's call from fragment. I would call it, for instance, fragments. So it's easy to remember this one. Right. Of course, because of that, says Alt Enter. Yes, that's fine. So that's being, if you remember, this one is being done for me. Absolutely fine. Now, remember, this is fragment. I'm going to do polymorphisms. What does it mean, polymorphisms? Polymorphisms, I can use the parent to create the child, which is here. Remember, we'd like to click on the first one, which is image one. Image one, I would like to use this one. Image one, this class, image one, here. Image one extends a fragment. So, and that's what I did. I use fragment rather than an object of image one. Yeah, you can do that in image one, but I'm using fragment. You can use say, image one, whatever, equal a new image one. You can do that. But I would like to demonstrate the polymorphism. Polymorphisms, I can use the parent to create a child, but you cannot use the child to create the parent. Keep that in mind. Right, so I'm going to do, look, I'm using the parent, and I'm going to create the child. It's child, here it is. I can say new image, there it is, image one. There it is. This is typical polymorphisms. Yeah, of course you can do that if you want. There it is, image one. So that's the space here. I can say image one. There it is, right? And I can say small fragment. There it is, just what we've done before, and it still works, right? It's absolutely nothing wrong with it. But I just want to see using the polymorphism. So here it is, fragment. I can use fragment. There it is. So I'll create a fragment using the parent to create an object of the child. There it is. polymorphism. Now, what we need to do, first of all, there are three things you need to do here. First of all, we create an object of create an object of Fragment Manager. Fragment Manager. Here it is. So I can say Fragment Manager. Here it is. Let me call it FM or from, right? FM equal. What I'm going to do, I'm going to say get. Here it is. Fragment. Get fragments. It's not new. Get Fragment Manager. Right, get support Fragment Manager. As soon as I do that, I need something called transaction. Fragment transactions. That's actually do the transaction for me. So now create an object of fragment transaction action. Here it is. So I'm going to say fragment transaction. Here it is, right? And I'm going to say ft equal. I'm going to use the fm. I use the Fragment Manager, this one. So I'm going to say fm. Here it is, fm. There you go, right? Begin transactions. Here it is. Begin transaction for me. Now, the transaction is going to start. So what I'm going to do, that means I'm getting actually this object. I want to replace the object to put it instead of whatever it was there, right? You can remove, you can add, right? So what I can do, here it is. The FT objects being created, here it is, the FT created in the transactions. What would I do with that? That's going to tell me, because that is going to say what I need to do. Right, FT, here it is. I can add, I can replace it, right? I can add, I can remove, I can attach, detach, and so on. So what we're going to do, we're going to replace. So I'm going to say replace, there it is. Replace. Replace what? It takes two things. The first one is the ID container view. We know that is our ID, there it is, right? And we know it's called, I called my fragments. Why did I do that? Because here, what you want to do in your view, remember in your here in MainActivity, in this class, you have this one set content activity main. Activity main is this XML here. All right, it is. So let me bring this one here. This right. It's got this is the XML. Right, for the main activity, or they call activity main. This is going to display things on, this is the activity. Part of it is the fragment. The fragment, it has an ID. It's this ID we're going to use. And that's what we did here. Here it is. We're going to say, here it is. So I'm saying, give me my fragment ID. Replace it with what? I want to replace it with this one, this fragment of the new image. So I can say, give me the fragments. There it is. Yeah. So, and that's what I've done. Here it is. So I say replace my fragment object with the fragment I create here. And that fragment is of ImageOne. ImageOne, if you can hear, ImageOne, what does it say? Inflate fragment one, fragment underscore ImageOne, which is this one. This one. Here it is. So it's going to place that one inside for us. That's the whole idea. Right. So this is for the first one. Right. So the first one, which is the R, there it is, the image buttons. So right. I'm going to do for the second one. If I want to, here it is. I can say image 2 buttons here. Same thing. Set on a click, a new. There it is. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to really take it all here and change them as needed. There it is. So I'm going to just take all of this here. Here it is. And going to put them here. However, the fragment, I will replace it with 2, which is this one. This one's here. So that would be 2. There it is. That's done, this part. And the second part is which one I will replace. Look at replace. What it says replace fragment. Right? What's the fragment? The fragment's 2. And this one in the object. And that's it. It's done. Right? What we're going to do, I'm going to let me run the program here and see if that is going to for us. Let's have a look at build. It's doing it. Yes, absolutely fine. Here it is with no errors. Right. So I've got both of these here. Now, there they are. So image one and image two. Let me see. Let me just see what we've done. Yes, one point we missed actually is here. Good job. Say replace. If you notice, nothing happened. Here, when I click on it, it's nothing really happened. A reason for that, there's a good reason, which if I click on here, nothing happens here, right? And the reason for it, because we didn't do here, as soon as you do that, replace and so on, you have to make sure it says commit it for me, do it for me. Here it is. So ft dot commit. Here it is. Here it is. So commit is very important. Last thing it says, do it for me, just like in databases. ft.commit. It's the same thing here. Now run the program. Yeah. See what's that going to give us. That is going to show us now actually the fragments because of this statement, the commit. You have to say committed to do it for me. Here it is. So when I click on this one, here it is. Click on 2, that's 2. Fragment 1 as image 1 and image 2. Right? So this is that's how it really works. Now, do we need to do all of that? We can do it in one single line. So what I can do, I can come here, just come with this one, for instance, on the two, or make it on the one first. On the one, it is here. So let me take all of that. So that's fragment. It's fine. This is my fragment. The fragment is important. I need that. Or even the fragment, don't need that. Here, I'm going to put this one all in one line. It is to do all replacement of it. Right now, we know the steps. They are: one, create fragment manager, then get transactions, replace it, then commit. Simple. Here it is. What we can do, the first thing is get, here it is, fragment manager, here it is, dot. All right, as soon as I do that, then I say begin transactions, here it is, and then I say replace it. What do you want to replace? Replace R ID my fragments, here it is, comma. Now I want to do actually the fragment, so I can say new, here it is, right, image 1, right, and then so I do that and I say is commit. Done. Single line. I can do it, right? So I can take all that away. Yeah, here it is. So I can do this one. It's only in a single line here. Here it is. That's on image 1. So I can click on this one. It's here, and it is. Because of then only the image 1 on this method, I'm going to see actually that's here it is. So when I click on image 1, here it is. So it works, right? Of course, the other one is done the other side. So here it is. I can take the same things here, take the same here, and on here, all I'm going to do, remove everything. Here it is, here, and I'm going to put this. There it is. And instead of that, that's going to be image 2. There it is, right? That's done. There we go. So that's image 1 and image 2. Run the program now. There it is, image 1, image 2. Image 1 and image 2, right? Now what we're going to do, preparing for the second video, I'm going to create again 2 photos. So I want to get the images inside these fragments. So doing that, I'm going to search for an image, and we can do it for the video to come. I hope that's make it easy to understand how we do the fragments, how we do communication. The communication between fragments, we're going to do it in a later video as well. But this is actually how you set the fragments, replace them, and so on. All right, thank you very much, and I hope this video helps you.